Do you want to be here? Neither do we. That's why we call it the obligatory. We talk about farts, food, Myke's kids, $5,000 beds, girls, comedy, and Kermit's butthole. Yeah, maybe the facts aren't right, but here's the obligatory podcast with Kermit and Myke.
What's going on, everybody? It's episode 64 of the obligatory podcast with Kermit and Myke. If you don't know, you should know. We are on iTunes, Spotify. You can see us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And we also have a Patreon account if you want to check out behind the scenes stuff that I've been slacking on, but I should get up back on it. You should check us out.
And don't forget our hosting site, Podbean. And I believe this is episode 64.
Yeah, 64.
64. So, yeah.
Where are you going to be at this week?
Well, actually, it's one of those weeks where I'm going to be bouncing around everywhere, man. Wednesday, the 22nd, I'm at Visani in Port Charlotte, headlining there. The 23rd, I'm at the Twisted Rooster in Melbourne. Charlie Bowie's going to be featuring for me there.
Bowie.
Yeah. Oh, also on the Wednesday, 22nd, I got Miguel Colon from Real Laughs opening up for me. And then on the 25th, I'll be at the Elks Lodge in Boca Raton, Florida. This coming Saturday. And that's a fun one. I get to work with Richie Leese, who I started out with Richie Leese back when I started doing comedy in South Florida and taking it seriously back in like 2007. He was one of those guys who...
Wait, you just said you were not taking it serious? You were taking it seriously?
No, that's one. I tried my first real open mic in like 1999, and I tried a few of them.
1939.
I tried a few of them, and they didn't go well, and then I retired from open mics until 2007.
What's with these horses?
Yeah, right?
What?
So, no, when I got back into comedy in 2007 down in South Florida area, Richie Leese, he was going by Richie Lala back then. He was one of the guys that was... had a couple of open mics on the scene, and he kind of took me under his wing and started getting me stage time. So
dope.
Looking forward to working with him.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
And that's it? Anything else?
That's it for this coming week. I got a few gigs out. I think Kevin White and I are going on the road in the middle of June. We got some dates in Georgia and Alabama, stuff like that.
Are you going to Alabama?
Mm-hmm.
Boy.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait to have some conversations out there.
Oh, no. They got a big old problem going on right now.
Oh, no. They think they got a big old solution going on
Well,
right
yeah. The solution.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk about that bullshit.
Nah, I mean...
No. So let's talk about our weekend. We were at Megacon 2019.
Yeah, we were.
We were on the Geeks of Comedy show.
Yep, we had shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It was a busy week.
It was
for you, because you did all days.
Yeah, I did every day. I did Thursday through Sunday, and you did what?
Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday.
I stomped around for only 2 days.
Yep. Thursday, it was our first time doing a show on a Thursday at Megacon, because Thursday is kind of like it's a half day at Megacon.
Uh-huh.
It's when the vendors are really just, test running everything. Even the celebrities, most of them aren't there signing or autographing or doing anything on Thursday. So it's kind of a light day. And that was our first time doing a show on a Thursday, and we still had like 120, 150 people at our show,
nice,
which was great. Friday and Saturday, both packed out shows. That was really nice. I think Saturday was standing room only.
Yeah, Saturday was dope.
And then Sunday, the end of the whole thing.
We got the tired crowd.
We did get a tired crowd,
just like,
but they were still fun.
They were good.
They were still fun, but it was still like, I'd say probably maybe 120, something like that.
Yeah. By the way, if you don't know what MegaCon is, it's pretty much a convention that celebrates nerd and geek culture. So anything that's not real, it's here. But it's like a big flea market.
Yeah, if you're going just to go to the showroom floor, it's basically a flea market for nerds.
It's a flea market for toys and
art. Comics,
yeah,
collectibles. But then you also have the corner, which I really enjoy going to, which is like the artist alley, where it's the people that make like sketches and some of the artists from comic books and their own lines, and a lot of independent comic book artists, and then some people who didn't do anything for comic books. They just put out their own artwork and stuff like that, fan art, stuff like that.
I go for the cosplay.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I just didn't look. I just felt like there's a lot of the same cosplay and not a bunch of unique cosplay this year.
I've been doing this with Geeks of Comedy since 2011 now, and I think this was the... I'm not sure if it was still crowded.
It was anime heavy.
I think it was less crowded than the years previous for me. Mm-hmm. But Yeah, it was. There was a lot of anime, but also the costumes. There, of course, there were some great ones, but compared to previous years, there's nothing that really wowed me this year.
Again, like I think maybe I didn't see
Mm-hmm.
because I saw some photos on Instagram and I was like, "That's cool. Where the hell were you at?" And I don't know, just it was very anime heavy, and I like looking at people's custom.
Yeah.
Like last year, they had like the Thanos cleaning crew.
Oh, really?
It was like a husband and wife,
Mm-hmm.
and they just dressed like maids, and they made the Thanos glove, or they made the gauntlet out of
The yellow
the
gloves.
yellow glove with gems in it, and they had a big sign that says Thanos cleaning crew cleaning up your dead relatives. You don't remember that one?
No, I
They
didn't
came
see
to the
them.
show. I talked about it on stage.
No, I don't watch your sets.
Touche.
No, you had some great sets, man. Yeah,
Saturday I did have a good set.
yeah, we had a really good time.
Sunday was good too. I just felt like Saturday was definitely stronger for me.
They were fun audiences, and it was cool to be at Megacon. And I talked about it a bit on stage. It was cool to be there at a time when so much was going on. Like they announced that Robert Pattinson might be the next Batman,
right?
Which was pissing the hell out of people. And then Game of Thrones, of course, we were there for the final episode weekend, which you gotta remember the previous week, Daenerys went all psycho and
she burned everybody down.
And I loved being in front of a group of geeks. Like I got to break off, and I think we all just kind of touched on stuff going on in our sets, like right in front of the audience to do this joke for. There were jokes I did this past weekend that I don't think I could do anywhere else and get the kind of reception.
I mean, I did an Avatar joke, and when I did an Avatar joke at the main stage improv, people be like, "What? What the hell? What is that? What are you talking about?" And I'm not talking about the blue Avatar. I'm talking about the cartoon Avatar with the arrow on his forehead tatted.
Right.
And so.
Yeah, I loved it because, what was it? Like the day they announced Robert Pattinson from Twilight, I went on stage that night and said, like, I don't know why everybody's getting so upset about this. They're like, everybody's talking about, like, oh, the guy from Twilight, the vampire, the sparkly dude, he's going to be playing Batman. What gives him the right to be Batman? I'm like, he literally played a half man, half bat for like 3 films. I think he's overqualified. And they're like, but he glitters. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be great. He's going to be in the shadows. What I see over there in the dark? It's a glimmer of justice. And it crushed.
Yeah.
And some guy came up to me. He was buying merch afterwards. He's like, dude, they just announced that Robert Pattinson thing like this morning. I'm like, yeah, I know. He's like, so you like wrote that today? I'm like, I wrote that while I was walking up to stage. And then... what was it? Everybody's upset about Khaleesi and Daenerys, the way she went all psycho. And I'm like, yeah, maybe you should have waited till the end of the series to name your daughter Khaleesi, you stupid bitch.
There's so many people that name their kid Khaleesi.
So many people upset about that.
Yeah.
But it's fun to watch people get upset over things like that.
You know what I wanted to see at Megacon, and I never seen this? I just want to see like cosplayers get in an actual fight. Mm-hmm. I think it'll be hilarious to see some guy like in a Sailor Moon outfit beating the shit out of like a Power Ranger.
Well, that's one of the things about Megacon. It's that these are all people who share this common interest, and they love and respect each other so much. And the only time this whole weekend I saw it not go well was, my oldest, he dressed like Spider-Man. So he was taking pictures with all the other Spider-Man we saw all weekend. And they invited him. They're like, hey, at 2 o'clock over there, we're doing the big Spider-Man shoot. You should come. So he was like, oh, they want me. I'm going to go hang out with the Spideys. And when we got over there, all the Spider-Men were in like a dance circle, and someone had a portable speaker, and they were playing music, and they were doing all that. And all the Spider-Mens are dancing. And then this guy dressed like Deadpool came up next to me, and he looked at his girlfriend. He was like, I don't think they'll let me. And she's like, just go on. I'll be fine. And as soon as he went to set foot in the dance circle, like 3 Spider-Men turned and just pushed him back out of this. And it's like, no, boo, this ain't for you. And
that's what he said?
It was like that attitude. And I'm just like, so apparently we're all accepting of everybody unless you're a Deadpool trying to get into a Spider-Man dance circle. But I will say this. Deadpool's up till this year, I've always been dicks at like all the not dicks. But they're the ones who...
Well, they try to be funny, and they're not funny.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so not funny.
They get the Deadpool parade
going
on.
Oh, they're trying to do like that whole Deadpool act. I'm like, shut up.
I like Deadpool. Don't get me wrong. I like Deadpool. But I like the fact that this year was probably the least amount of Deadpools I saw.
By the way, adults that wear Spider-Man outfits, wear a cup.
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Freaking Dong City outfit.
Even with the Spider-Man costumes, I've done Spider-Man. My kid.
You wear a cup, bro.
Yep, wear a cup.
You don't walk around in your underwear.
They have like ballet like it's basically padded underwear or something.
I
padded
guess, or
brief.
wear Spanx or something.
I don't
Keep that
need
shit-
to know if you're circumcised or not.
Spider circumcised. Yeah, you got a little extra web on that freaking slinger over there.
Right.
No, man. I was just like, dude, what is this? You know, walking around, their dongs flopping around.
Yep. I
No.
will say some overweight guys wear that, like, but then again, it's a double standard because whenever you see a heavy chick at the beach in a bathing suit, everybody's like, she's so brave. But you see like a 55-year-old guy with a gut and his small little nuts, and no one's like, he's brave. They're like, that's offensive.
Yeah. Speaking of guts, how many fat Thors? There's so many fat Thor cosplay, and they were not trying.
And it's simply because they had their dude costume from last year, and now they just carry an axe.
People
with
would just wear, they would just wear a robe, and
look.
they'll have their gut out and just have an axe.
Look, without the axe, I'm the dude. With the axe, I'm Fat Thor.
Some guy was walking around. He didn't even have the actual hammer. He just had a hammer from Home Depot.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, Marcus Crespo in our Geeks of Comedy, he said he made his costume. He didn't. The night he was on the show, he was gonna get changed. He had cosplayed as Fat Thor. He bought his whole costume at Walmart for $22. His mallet was a part of a picture frame and a yoga block. That he
shit.
Yeah, and I even told him, I'm like, how sad is it the only time you buy a yoga block is to turn it into a hammer? And he was going to get changed before his set. I'm like, no, dude, you need to go up and do your set as Fat Thor.
That
He's
was
like,
what? No, Friday. I didn't see
that
him.
was probably Friday.
Yeah, because he wasn't there Saturday.
And he did a great job. He tore it up.
bet.
Marcus did Friday and Saturday with us. He ripped it both.
No, he did Sunday. He didn't do Saturday.
No, he didn't do Sunday. Did he do Sunday with James John and Ryan?
Oh, I take that back. You were there
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, he did Friday and Saturday with us.
Friday, Saturday. So, okay, so
And he did great. He
on
killed
my
it.
show, he didn't dress up like Thor. He just dressed up as
Yeah. No, it was a good time.
As a
I was happy.
bouncer.
We
I
had
don't know what the hell dressed up
everybody had good sets this time around. Everybody had good sets.
I was gonna say last year was good. Oh no! Oh yeah, that guy lost his shit and threw water in people's face.
Yeah, that one attack. But yeah, I was really happy with the lineup. Really happy with everybody and the material they brought, and the crowds really enjoyed it. We had people who showed up at every Geeks of Comedy show. We had people who came every night.
I had one guy come up to me. He's like, "Oh, you're doing it again?"
Let me rephrase that. It's not like, hey, we had people every night. We had people who were at the show Thursday, came back to the show Friday, came back to the show Saturday, came back to the show Sunday, and some of the people have said they've been coming for the past 4 or 5 years. And I'm like, Jesus, time to write some new jokes.
Yeah, they had the one guy. He's like, "Oh, you're back on. You're doing the same jokes." I was like, "Not now."
Yep.
Jeez.
Change it.
I was like, "Change it up."
That's why you look around. You're like, how many of you guys have been to a geek show so far? And it's like, man, if there's less than 12 of you in a room of 300, I think I'm doing some of the classics.
Dude, I was when you guys put that lineup on Sunday, man. I was like, nope, that joke ain't going up tonight. Nope, that joke ain't going up tonight. Never mind.
Why is that? Overlapping material? Or
Yeah. Like I was like, I didn't want to be like, well, Kevin said that already. Oh, you said that already. Oh, James said that already. I'm like, never mind.
Yep.
I realized I have a lot of jokes that are similar to you guys. I was like, oh, I need to change everything.
Oh, that's all right. There's some people who have the same punchlines.
No, see, I don't take your jokes. That's the difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, Megacon, that was, dude, I'm so tired. By Steven Sanchez came out, dragged him out.
Yeah, that was so cool to see him outside in like the real world.
Yeah,
I feel like I've known him, but then I realized I'm like, this is my first time actually meeting him in person.
Yeah, so
cool guy. Glad he showed up.
We tapped out fast, man. We're like, oh, we're done walking, and we just chilled.
No, man, I had a long weekend. I went Thursday and I went. What was it? Thursday and walked around, and then Friday walked around. And then the kids, it's like Christmas to them. So with the passes we had for programming, the main floor opens at 10, but we could get in at 8. So me and the kids got in at 8 o'clock before vendors were even open and walked the whole floor. But we also got to walk up and down Artist Alley with the artwork hanging on the background, which usually when you got kids, you're just trying to get from point A to point B through there because it's a mob. So it was so cool just to be able to walk around. It was kind of like being at the theme park before the gates open.
Right.
You know? And then me and the kids do like one day, and that's it. You know, they come in the morning, we spend the day there, then they take off with their mom, and I do the show. But I came home after got there at 8, got home from there around 11. No, I got home that night around 9. and they hadn't gone to bed yet. And the first thing they said is, "Can we go back tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Oh." So it was an exhausting weekend.
Dude, we stayed out on Saturday till like midnight.
Yeah.
Cause we went to the Improv afterwards.
Oh yeah, you swung over and said hey to Bryan Callen, right?
Well, I swung over Friday night because I got the pass, and then I stayed in hopes that I'd be like, "Hey, you want to go on some stage time?" Which I never asked, for the record.
Right.
Never asked. The comedians don't ever freaking ask a headliner for stage time because somebody did, and I just looked at him like he had 8 heads.
Because they'll offer if they want.
Right. If they like you, they'll offer it.
You know what's so funny? Because I stopped over there, drop off your pass, and ended up hanging around because our buddy Pedro Lima found the show. He was featuring for Bryan Callen, and Jackie Sanchez was hosting.
She was funny, bro.
And I knew her from South Florida. And I ended up talking to them for a while, and then you showed up. And then you and I were out in the lobby, and Bryan Callen showed up, and the show the show had already started.
Yeah.
And he was ran late, and I guess he saw me and you just standing there in the lobby, and some door guy pointed to us, and he came walking over and introduced himself because I guess the door guy told him we were his opening act.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, that's your host and that's your feature," and I was like, "Yes, we are."
Because you just wanted to meet the guy.
Yeah, I was just like, "Yeah, we'll go on now." As Pedro's featuring on the stage right now, but no, I ended up hanging out with him, and we kicked it in the green room.
Yeah, and I saw you posted some video.
So him and Chris D'Elia go at it back and forth, and I guess on the latest podcast they had on Fighter and the Kid, they Chris D'Elia kind of made fun of him, how weak he is, and how his shoulders are bigger than his. And so we're talking, and D'Elia and not D'Elia, Brian's just asking me like, "Man, I gotta do something." I was like, "You want to punch his face?" He goes, "What?" I go, "I'll bring my mitts." He's like, and then we kind of got into MMA talk. Yeah. And then I told him what I do. He's like, yeah, come on for Saturday. I was like, "You got it." So I went and got it printed out. I printed out Chris D'Elia's face on the mitts, and then we did a little video, which is on YouTube if you want to watch it, and on Instagram of us just acting stupid.
So after all that, did he give you a set?
No. That's all, dude. It was way better than doing a set, man.
Yeah, I've seen your set.
That shit hurts, man. You're supposed to be my mentor.
Yeah,
that's a reflection on you.
No.
Yes, it is.
It's the way I do it.
No,
I do tough love.
No, that's a reflection.
Ask Charlie Bowie. Charlie's like, "You know what I love about you?" He's like, "I talked to other guys, like when Tommy O'Neill was opening for James John, and Charlie was opening for me. He's like, "Man, I talked to Tommy," and I'm like, "What's James tell you?" Tommy's like, "Man, every time I get off stage, James just tells me great job." And Charlie's like, "Man, every time I get off stage, Myke goes, 'Where you think you fucked up?'" and Charlie told me like a year later, he's like, "Thank you for that, man." He's like, "Because you don't learn anything from being like, you were great, you were great, you were great."
First off, you still do that. That's a fact. You never get, but you do that, but you don't tell the person where, you piece of shit. You just go like, "That was okay." There you go. "You really think that was good?" I'll go, but they laugh, right? And then you're just like, "Yeah, where do you think you messed up at?" I'm like, I don't know. And you go, "Oh, okay." And you walk off.
Yeah.
You're an asshole.
No one can tell you but you.
No. No. That's like me teaching you how to fight. You getting your ass whooped and you going, "Yo, what can I do?" I was like, "I don't know." Figure it out.
Like if you were teaching me to fight.
Yeah.
Okay. And I kept getting hit in the head.
And I was just like,
and you
punching
stopped
you in the
and
face.
said, "What do you think you're doing wrong?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just don't want to get hit in the head anymore." And you'd be like, "Good start."
No, I wouldn't. I'd be like, "Put your hands up."
Why?
Because you're getting punched in the face.
That doesn't help. Like I'll put my hands up, but until I realize the reason to put my hands up, you're just
listen.
You're not going to be there in a real fight to tell me to put my hands up. I got to learn to put my hands up.
Look.
If you don't want to get hit in the head, put your hands up. If you want to stop bombing, be funny.
First off, I don't bomb.
Oh,
right?
whoa. Why do you? That was more like the royal.
Okay. No,
but you got really defensive.
Yeah.
You put your hands up.
I put my hands up. Son of a bitch. Look, I don't bomb. Well, I do, but I didn't bomb at Megacon.
Yeah. Don't think I didn't see the punching bag in your room with my face on it. All right.
I need to get you back for that bullshit you did with the freaking crossbow or the bow and arrow. I haven't
You show Bryan Callen that video?
No, I didn't show him that video. I should have.
Come on over. Put some Chris D'Elia targets up at my
Because that was like
house.
borderline like murder that you did.
That wasn't murder.
You shot me in the neck.
I shot an image of you in the neck.
If I die with some crossbow, bow and arrows, you
can't die. I don't know how to press record yet.
Touche.
So yeah, Megacon was great. Oh, dude, it's been, I think, the last time since we took last week off, because my uncle was in town, so I wanted to hang out with him a bit. the last episode of Game of Thrones we saw was the one where Missandre, Grey Worm's girl,
Oh, the one with the cans?
got her head lopped off
Yeah.
right then.
By the way, that's not true, by the way. I read that.
What?
If you were trying to chop somebody's head off, you got to like swipe it at least like 5 times.
You think so?
Yeah, there's no way you can cut a person's head right off.
I disagree with that.
No. You're telling me you have enough force to swing a sword to slice someone's head clean off their neck?
Oh, 100%.
No way.
Do I have enough force?
No, anyone. Like,
Okay.
you got to chop at it.
Number one.
You ever hit a tree with an axe?
Here, just to let you know, your neck is not as strong as a tree.
I mean, but there's a thud,
Look,
which is your bone.
A lot of people don't know this. My favorite show is a show called Forged in Fire. All right? Do you watch this show?
That's the guy that makes swords.
That used to be the guy that there used to be a show called Big Giant Swords.
It's
But
pretty
yeah,
much the same
Forged
shit.
in Fire is basically these guys go out and make swords and
Based off
blades.
movies, yeah.
But some of the tests this one isn't based off movies.
Just whatever cool
Yeah.
sword they want to make.
Yeah, well, it's a whole thing. But basically, what I'm saying is they run tests on these swords, and they use ballistic dummies with the skeleton and the gel. Same thing Mythbusters used to do, see how bullets have effect on
Right.
the human body. And yeah, dude, 100% there are swords out there that will take off your head. You look at some of these two-hand swords, like the broadswords,
Right.
just the weight of them are like axes. Yes, you could take off a head.
Granted,
but then you look at something like a katana that's so thin and will be able to slice, and if it's strong enough, yeah.
I mean, granted, she did get her head chopped off by a giant zombie.
I mean, you can go on YouTube and put in
I
beheadings.
gotta look this. 'Cause I was
and
looking
it's
at
going to
that.
take you down some dark places, but it's there.
No, I don't want to see real life shit.
And that's why all the, they always talk about, like, in all the medieval movies, like, I'll give you a clean death. I'll make it quick. Because you saw that one thing where, what was it? Greyjoy goes to, like, cut off some dude's head, and he doesn't get in the first swipe, and it turns into just, like, a hack.
I don't remember that. scene.
Remember when Theon Greyjoy came back to Winterfell, and he's like, I'm taking over Winterfell. And everybody's like, dude, we know you. You grew up here. And he's like, no, I'm from the Iron Islands now, and I'm in charge. And one guy spoke back to him, so his guys are like, oh, you got to kill that guy in front of these people. And he's like, okay. So he tried to do that Ned Stark thing where, like, he who passes the sentence,
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
You know way too many names.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I watched the series. What you want?
you're pretty deep in it.
Yeah.
You're deep in it.
Yeah, like I can recognize people by their names, and you recognize them by their breasts.
Yes.
Yeah, you're like, which breasts were those?
Oh, the hot chick. Yeah, that hurt.
But so we haven't talked about it because we missed. So 2 episodes happened.
By the way,
since
if you
we've been
haven't
here.
watched it, you're about to get spoiled because
Spoiler!
the rules are you don't spoil any of the episodes, but if it's a finale, all bets are off.
Well, not only that, it's been quite a few days now.
No, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, so
2 days.
It's been a while, and this ain't gonna come out till Thursday,
Oh, touche.
so they got time.
Whatever.
But the last episode we saw ended with Grey Worm's chick and / Daenerys' best friend getting her head lopped off by Cersei's at the gates, right?
Right.
Okay. So then the next episode was where they lay siege.
So they go to war with
Cersei's
the
at
short
King's
hair
Landing.
chick. Yeah.
Yeah, at King's Landing. And the whole time it's like, okay, but if they ring the bells and open the gates, that means the city surrenders and we stop killing. So then, of course, Daenerys comes with the dragon, starts burning. They realize there's no way they're going to win. So finally they ring the bell, and all the children and women and peasants and even the soldiers have surrendered at this point. And then you just see Daenerys flying up there like the Wicked Witch, just with the evil look in her eye. And
Yeah.
for some reason, she just goes, well, that's nice, but you killed my best friend, Dracarys,
Yeah.
and just torched
You know the name.
thousands of innocent people. And, like, Jon Snow is just like, what the fuck, dude?
I like how the bells rang and like all I pictured in that scene like Led Zeppelin came on like dun 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 dun, dun. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like Metallica
Yep.
for the bell
And then
tone.
it just went crazy. And even, like little Tyrion's like, what the fuck, dude? We had an agreement.
Yeah.
But, so that's how that episode pretty much wrapped up. And then, of course, that brings us to the finale.
Yeah.
So
Before anything, I enjoyed all the episodes up till the finale.
you didn't like the finale?
I mean, I get it, but that that show needed to be stretched out a couple more episodes.
Like another season.
At maybe another season, or just maybe like 2 more episodes or 3.
Yeah, I feel like
that was too fast.
They had a lot of plot lines that needed to get tied up. It was almost like when you were watching a sitcom and the end, someone just walks in and goes, "Hey, and then this happened. Now we're all good."
Yep. Like Lost. Lost did that.
I didn't watch Lost.
Lost, man. Lost was great, and then all of a sudden they're just like, "Oh, we got too much shit to explain. Wrap it up, everyone. This guy's dead. This guy's dead. Go this way. Go that way."
Well, I guess for the past 2 seasons, the guy who wrote the books hasn't had any books written. So like,
R. Martin, I don't know. Fat dude with glasses.
Yeah. So
People are yelling.
The writers have just been working off kind of like notes of where he says or what he thinks will happen, and they just interviewed him like, "Hey, is the ending that happened here the ending in the book?" He's like, "Well, yes and no and no and yes."
Of course
and
not.
yes and no.
Because like everyone's like they signed this petition that they want like 1 million signatures.
They want to reshoot the whole...
Right. You know what the reshoot is? That book. When he released a book, that's what you're gonna. That's the reshoot.
Yeah.
No one's gonna go and reshoot a whole season. You idiots.
Yeah, I posted yesterday. I was like, it's just funny that so many of you are screaming, "I can't wait for the book." I'm like, bitch, you haven't read a book since 9th grade. Great expectations because they made you. Now you're all literate all of a sudden.
And you know what? Like I feel like they got lazy. Like right, this season they got lazy.
I just felt like they crammed. I'm not sure if it was laziness, but I feel like they crammed a lot in.
Dude, it was laziness.
Were we talking about the coffee cup
Dude,
and the
coffee
water bottles?
cup, the hand.
What about the hand?
Jamie's hand, like he was hugging his sister in the scene where the castle's crashing down on him.
Uh-huh.
They forgot to give him the gold hand. It was just his regular hand.
Really?
Yes.
I missed that.
No, it's all over the internet. And then the water bottle this week, the fucking throne had like a phone charger on the side.
No.
Yes. Freaking Bran had like his wheelchair. Like you could see
on the Iron Throne. Why wouldn't you have a charger?
Yeah,
built in?
the chair you could see is like electronic.
I missed all this.
You missed all this?
Yeah, I knew about the water bottle.
Dude, one of the kids were playing Nintendo Switch in the background and shit like that.
No, now you're just making shit up.
I'm not making it up.
Like I can go find footage of a kid playing Nintendo Switch.
Cersei's or not Cersei's, Sansa, whatever.
Yeah,
she was vaping in one of the scenes. Yeah, man.
You're just pulling my leg.
I'm not pulling your leg.
You're lying.
You got lazy on the editing.
You're lying.
Like I edit videos and damn,
you're such a liar.
I'm not that lazy.
Such a liar.
I'm not lying, man.
All right, I'm gonna Google this.
Go Google it.
I will.
Go Google it.
Going right now.
There's so many. Like I got a list. Hold up. I was looking at it. I was like, look at all these things, man. Look. Oh, what's this chick name? The dragon lady.
Daenerys.
Yeah, she had her AirPods in. It was freaking ridiculous.
In a shot?
Yeah, when she got stabbed, the AirPod fell out of her ear when John caught her.
No. Dude, I can't even trust you anymore.
You fucking idiot.
No, I'm a fucking idiot. It's like a Trump tweet right now. It's like it sounds stupid, but it sounds stupid, but it sounds so stupid that it actually could be true. Nobody would ever say that. Oh, I guess he did.
Dude, it's funny because I've been all about this Game of Thrones. They even have therapy for people. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw. Like, if you're not, what was it? You're not dealing with the finale.
Yeah, if you're not dealing with the finale well, just anything in general,
the end of it all.
You can call somebody for $25 for half an hour, and they'll have a professional, nerd, and they'll go over.
Counsel you.
Yeah, counsel you through it, and then like I think it's like an hour is $50. That's freaking hilarious. By the way, there's no spinoff on of this little girl.
Arya?
Yeah, Arya. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no spinoff. There, everyone's like, oh, there's a spinoff. Nope.
No.
They're doing a prequel. They're not doing a spinoff.
Yeah, it was.
And that's already being built. The set's already being built for that.
It's a prequel.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning before.
Like before.
Like when she was like 6.
Daenerys, or no? Like
I said Arya.
No, like she's not even born.
Oh yeah.
And I don't even think none of the characters are born in the one that's coming up.
Oh, is it like wow, so is it going back to like the Mad King and everything like that?
I don't know if they're going
Robert's
back
Rebellion.
that far, but Sanchez sent me a screenshot of the book's name. It's called I don't know, Fire and Ice or Fire and whatever. I don't know. But yeah, they're doing a prequel to it. That's supposed to be happening. And they're already filming the set already. So you got that to look forward to. So if you canceled your HBO subscription, you can
Yeah, because I think I read about that. They're planning on having it ready for next season. But I don't know, man. I've never been one of those like spin-off. Like I'll watch the main one.
Oh, you're gonna watch it.
Nah, I doubt it.
Okay.
Seriously.
Okay.
Even like Walking Dead. Like I didn't even watch the last 3 seasons of Walking Dead. It just got old to me. But they do spin-offs of that. I'm like,
You're like, you know what I realized about you? Like you try to act like you're not a nerd about this, but you are a nerd about this.
About what?
Game of Thrones.
I didn't even watch Game of Thrones until season 5.
Yeah, but you're hooked now.
It's
you're like
over.
invested.
It's like anything,
No,
dude.
you're
Are
you gonna rewatch the whole season?
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
You lie. Well, I got a game for you. You like playing games?
I do like playing
Let's
games.
play a game.
All right.
Let's see how good you are.
With what?
So I read an article which I find funny, which if anyone has like a different language, like if you can speak a different language besides English, I automatically assume that you're smart. Like that's just talent to me.
But you speak Spanish.
Okay.
And you're one of the dumbest people I know.
That is true too. But if you can speak more than 2 or 3,
Okay.
I think that's very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
I got that word right?
Like that Peter Bugligly guy that's running for president.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, it's the gay guy that's running for
There's
president.
a gay guy running for president?
He's married, and not only that, he's a veteran, and he speaks like 5 different languages.
Yeah, he ain't getting that shit.
And he's like in his 30s, I think.
Yo, we got 4 more years of your boy. As much as you don't want it. He's getting it for 4 more years. But
I feel
anyways.
like 8 years of my life has been wasted.
What are you doing wasting your time looking at him? Anyways, look.
Where can you not look at him? You can't open the fucking internet. He's not there. Every day he's saying something stupid.
But with this whole Game of Thrones BS, so there's actual classes that people are paying to learn how to speak Dothraki and Valerian.
Well, that goes back to like Star Trek when it was like learn to speak Klingon,
right?
Vulcan.
So
yeah.
I got a game for you.
Okay.
So I wish I had a theme song.
Are you asking me if I know how to speak any of this?
No.
Okay. Because I don't.
What's up, everybody? It is welcome to Foreign Language or Valerian or Dothraki. I'm your host, Kermit Gonzalez. With me is Myke Hurley. And Myke, are you ready to play?
No.
Now you're gonna hear a clip from a movie or a scene, and you are gonna tell me, is it Game of Thrones or foreign language? You ready?
I hate this.
No, yeah, you love it. All right, here we go. Up, volume. Here we go.
I take what is mine.
Oh shit! You're not talking.
Did you have your X hamster open? Is that what's going on? You got your U point?
All right.
Okay, I'm not hearing anything.
You're not hearing anything?
Okay. Okay, that's Game of Thrones.
All right. See, that's a softball. A softball. Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Hey.
Bing, 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 bing. Did,
What do I win?
Nothing yet. All right, here we go. Hopefully he's not English like this one. All right, here we go. Ready?
Mm-hmm. That's foreign language.
You, sir, are right. That is Mayan. Ding, 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 ding. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Game of Thrones.
Son of a bitch. Ding, 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 ding. All right, here we go. I got a curveball for you.
That is not Game of Thrones, but it sounds like Drogo and something else.
So, is it Game of Thrones or foreign language?
Can I hear it again? Yeah, that's not Game of Thrones.
Son of a bitch. It is right out of Star Trek Cleon. All right, here we go. We got one more. All right, you got this. All right. Play, yo. Intermission. Oh, here we go.
Nothing to hide and nobody not gonna know. No secret, no they will now come on to the open.
Game of Thrones or foreign language.
I think that's just Haitian night at the Improv.
That is not it. That's
When you
patois.
listen good.
That is Jamaican. Yo, man.
Anybody
Boop,
will
boop, boop,
understand, will
boop.
understand.
Like I said, Haitian night.
Yeah.
The one them
Haitian.
will not understand, all of them think them
It
understand.
is
them not
patois.
understand.
Jesus film.
There you
Yeah,
go.
them turn
So
up out
what?
the
What?
them
I got
come to
100%, right?
Yeah, you got 100%.
So what do I win?
You win what's in my pocket, and that is a ball of lint and a pencil.
You didn't even have the pencil. You're
No, I
fucking
didn't.
bluffing.
You really wanted me to throw a pencil at your face?
It's been that kind of day.
I wasted an hour getting that shit ready.
Really?
What a waste.
So let's see. On the Pepsi Coke challenge, or no, we didn't even have Pepsi. We just had
No, we
different
just had
types of
Coca-Cola
Cokes.
challenge.
We had cola challenge,
Yeah.
because we had like some generic cola,
Yeah.
and then which is still better than Pepsi. And then so I won that, and then I just won your language challenge. So I'm
yeah.
undefeated.
So far.
I'm amazing.
Do we still want to keep on Game of Thrones and talking about it, crapping on it?
I'm not crapping on it.
You enjoyed the last episode though?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It wasn't like grand. Like even when she died, I was just like, meh.
Yeah, even when she died, you were kind of like, she can't really be dead. That was way too simple.
Yeah, and it just kind of, you know what I was
I didn't
thinking?
think the dragon needed to burn the throne. It was like the dragon was almost like, let me burn this throne because this is what's tearing us apart. I'm like, bitch, you just burned a whole fucking village. Don't act like you got like the dragon was understanding morals.
I mean, it had
now.
cool scenes like when the dragon was like in ashes and they woke up.
Yeah.
That was dope. And then like
Yeah.
that scene where she walks and then like has like giant wings out of her back
Yeah.
from the dragon. I thought that was dope.
Mm-hmm.
They said that she studied Hitler to
Yeah,
learn to get in that.
See how to.
Yeah, to get in that
speak
world,
to a
speak
crowd.
to a crowd. That was kind of crazy.
I gotta imagine though, she was up there with no real amplification. You know, like I've done comedy shows with no speaker system, and people
So-
15 feet away are like, "What's he saying?"
So here's another thing that I was like, what the hell happened here? So when they had the fight at Winterfell against the
Winterfell.
whatever, fucking dork. When they had the place when they fought in the north
Mm-hmm.
and they fought the zombies
Okay.
or the White Walkers, whatever.
Mhm.
That entire Unsullied and Dothraki people, didn't they get wiped out?
That wasn't obviously the entire army.
Where did they come from?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do they mean? In this last episode, her army was bigger than when it was at Winterfell.
You think so?
Hell yeah, it was.
I don't think so.
What do you mean? She had a whole throne of them.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was kind of whack on that. I was like, wait, what?
No, because did you see the Unsullied that she left with when she freed them from the city? that
Yeah.
she picked up the Unsullied.
So she's like, you guys hang back?
No. Well, she did have troops over there and stuff like that. But when you see how many Unsullied there were leaving that, like they do the whole drone shot or whatever,
Yeah.
showing, it's thousands.
Okay. So if that's
So
the
what
case-
you saw out front of Winterfell was just a
But
small
the
percentage.
Dothraki guys that ran into the damn into the fight with their flaming swords,
Mhm.
they all got wiped out.
Well, it wasn't all the Dothraki.
Oh, come on. It was too.
No.
They messed that one up.
Because you gotta remember when she was hanging out with Drogo, Jason Momoa, that was their
Aquaman got
yeah,
it.
that was their that just alone was they had so many Dothraki. But then when she went and burned the leaders of the Dothraki and got all their armies, come on.
Also, the scene where Peter Dinklage,
Mm-hmm.
he's like talking to the council,
Mhm.
and Grey Worm's like, "Shut up, you don't speak." Well, here's my opinion. He talks for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's one of those things too. Like obviously, I don't think Grey Worm.
He was a prisoner. But
That was out of character for Grey Worm to be like. Grey Worm doesn't care about politics.
He
and
would've
all
killed
that other
him.
stuff. Yeah, dead.
Dead.
Done. You killed.
he would have killed
my
Jon
queen.
Snow, and he would have killed.
He wouldn't even negotiate with these people.
No.
He'd be like, "We kill him. We kill all you."
I like how they pretty much shitted on Bran, by the way, the whole time. Bran the Broken. You could, God, geez, guys.
I like how many episodes ago they're like, "Bran, you're the last true-born male heir.
I don't
Stark,
want
you
it."
are the Lord of Winterfell. I don't want it." And then all of a sudden it's like, "Hey,
You want to be king?
would you be king?" He's like, "Why do you think I came all
Yeah,
this way?"
That's what he said. He's like, "Why do you think I came?" I was like, "All right."
Oh, so yeah, that was kind of weird.
And then what was the other scene I was laughing about? He was Oh, like the Unsullied people, like, we are leaving and we are never returning here to this bullshit place.
Yeah, we're going to
And then Jon Snow could have been like, all right, man. And like, did he leave? Yeah, he left. All right, I'm just going to stay here.
Yeah.
But he pretty much got everything he wanted.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be king. He got to go back up north and then hang out with a wildling.
He was already married to a wildling. She died.
Yeah, he's cool.
And
he's
now,
cool.
yeah.
There's nothing for them to fight.
And, yeah. It's like,
He's got
why
his
do
dog.
we even need the wall anymore?
By the way, all the nerds are tripping about the dog scene here. He pet the dog. You guys happy now? Jeez.
Yeah, because but then they're still upset because the dog's missing an ear.
He fought every damn war. Of course,
Not enough that
he's
got
to lose something.
It's damaged. But yeah, your sentence was to go back and stand the Night's Watch, which why we don't need the Night's Watch
Not
anymore.
really.
But more importantly, he just disobeys that and goes out with the wildlings.
Just goes like, all right, bro.
Which, yeah, I guess technically, the Rangers used to go out into the wild and everything else, so we don't know. But it's kind of assumed that he's going out there with Tormund, the redheaded, giant, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's going to go do whatever. But if you're going to disobey and go do that, why not just head back to King's Landing?
I thought it would be dope if the last scene, the dragon, when the dragon picks up Khaleesi, dead body, and then takes her somewhere, and they resurrect her as a new White Walker, and she'll be like the queen of the dead.
Yeah.
And then they can just leave it at that.
But you would need the children of the forest to do
Oh,
that.
come on,
And the children of the forest were the ones who have regretted making the White Walkers forever.
Well, maybe the dragon knew something and like shoved her on a pike
Here's my
dragon
thing.
glass.
Jon Snow had to rat on himself. Okay, because what happened? The dragon was the only one who saw him
I would
go
have been
up there.
I'm like, what happened? Like, I don't know. The dragon took her.
Yeah, dragon's the only one who saw him go up there. He went up there, fucking stabbed her. Now you got a body. Dragon comes up, melts everything, grabs the body, flies away. You didn't even have to have a conversation. You just had to go back down and wait for people to be like, has anyone seen the queen? And you're like,
the
what?
throne's burned down.
What? Those fucking dragons killing sheep and kids? They're so unfucking predictable. Oh, let's get an arrow, shoot that thing down. And the dragon can't talk to anyone. He's not going to rat you out.
He could have lied his ass off and got the throne. But he doesn't want it. Whatever. But Jon never lies. That's a problem.
Yeah, well, maybe he should.
Yeah, that was the whole issue with him.
He didn't have to lie. He just didn't have to say shit, So
he's like, I'm always honest. And blah, 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 blah. I don't know what the hell he talks.
And then at the end, when they're all like sitting around in a circle and they're like, what should we do? Who should we elect? And Sam was like, well, maybe we should let the people decide. And everybody's like, this guy, get a load of this fuck over here.
Sit down,
let the peasants have a voice. Pass me my water.
Dude, they shitted on him so hard on that scene. Who was the douchebag that stood up that was like the comic relief of the sword thing? I was like, okay. Why was that?
Oh, that was the uncle. That was Sansa's uncle. The one who stole up first and was like, I've been through many wars. And then she's like, sit down, uncle. Sit down, uncle.
They're like, shut up.
You're not getting to be king.
You're not getting king. Sit down. Yeah, and then that kid that was sucking on his mama's titty was all grown up. Did you see him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
And
he's just waiting to get that check for 6 seasons now. He's like, what? You want me back? I look a little different nowadays.
And then Arya went like I'm going to go explore.
She became like Dora the Explorer. The map on the map.
Yeah, so whatever. I mean, again, it is what it is. It's over. It's done. 8 years of our lives.
Longer than that.
Yeah,
it was
actually
8 seasons.
8 seasons,
but more like 11 years.
11 years or something like that.
What's next? What's the next thing to jump on?
Like fantasy wise?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's some good shows out there on Netflix. I don't know which ones.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And I think that's the weird thing. Like, yeah, I've enjoyed it, but most things I watch, I wait till it's all over and then I binge watch it all at once. This was the first thing in a long time that I became one of those suckers that was caught up and now waiting for things to happen. But now that it's over, I'm like, yeah, it's over. I can't believe that there's actually people like we were talking about that support line. That's not a joke. There's really
that's legit.
I don't think I've ever got attached to anything like that. I'm just like, eh.
Yeah, I guess, man, the Game of Thrones and Endgame kind of fall in the same category as like, well, it was cool.
Yeah. And even with now all Marvel's announcing some of the upcoming films they have.
I'm not excited for it.
Not at all.
The only one I am excited for is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Are you?
Yeah, because James Gunn's back on. I'm excited to see what they do with that, just because Thor is with them now.
Yeah.
So that throws in a mix.
And I'm still cool with the Spider-Man stuff because I like Tom Holland.
I am looking forward to Spider-Man stuff. So yeah, but they announced that they're gonna have Nova.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I'm not a big Doctor Strange fan, but I will watch it just because of special effects.
And even I was never a fan of the Falcon becoming Captain America's storyline. I never followed that when it was going on.
Nah, I mean, there's only so much you can do with Cap too. Captain America is like an iconic character, but he's always cool to see mixing it up with other superheroes.
Right.
Like a standalone film, you're kind of like, all right, that's cool, but.
And as much as like in Endgame they trip on Back to the Future, like the science behind Back to the Future,
Yeah.
like well, blah, 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 blah. When you look at the Endgame time traveling thing, it's like, okay, so there's only two solutions here. Number one, either Steve Rogers went back in time and then there was another Steve Rogers while he existed doing all the things that Captain America did, but this guy just hung out dating the woman he loved.
Right.
But even in that, it's like, so you could have prevented all this stuff and you didn't.
Right.
You could have basically predicted the Thanos invasion and stopped that.
Well, he can't say it.
Why not?
Why not? What do you mean why not? Because then it might not happen. It would contradict the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he couldn't say it.
So he's just got to sit there and hook up with his chick and know that, JFK is going to get shot and not do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost hate to do that.
Yeah. I don't know if this is legit. I'm looking up the list of movies. Well, we got X-Men coming up.
Yeah, but X-Men is now being made by Marvel?
It's by
or is this the last one by Fox?
Yeah, I think it's the Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we get a phase 3 would be we're done with phase 3 or we're not. Yeah, we're done with phase 3. We're on phase 4 of Marvel. Phase 4 would be definitely Doctor Strange. And I wonder if we're going to get another Hulk. I don't know. It'd be phase 4. They also announced that Stan Lee did not watch
Endgame.
Yeah. I was kind of like, oh, that sucks.
What was his cameo in this one?
He was a guy that was waving like, screw you, coppers. Or not coppers, whatever government. He was like with a girlfriend. And they drive
when
by.
they were back in time.
Yeah, when they're back in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Doctor Strange. We got a Black Widow movie coming out. I'm assuming that's going to be the pass. The Mighty Thor, which it's going to be cool because they're going to bring in the horse face guy. I forgot his name. Starts with a B. That's able to wield the hammer like Thor.
Oh, yeah.
Batteret, I don't know. Fantastic Four, Wasp.
Baltar Ray Bill.
There we go. Boom. Baltar Ray Bill. We got another Black Panther, another Spider-Man. Spider-Man Dimensions. Nova. Another Captain Marvel and the Valkyries.
Mm-hmm.
Ant-Man versus the Master of Evil.
Mm-hmm.
A Warlock movie. Thunderbolts with Deadpool in it. And
Nice.
Avengers X. Which I wonder if that's going to be Avengers Dark. These are announcements, so I'm curious if these are even going to happen. But
Oh, yeah, because they got some Phoenix film coming out with the chick that played Sansa.
correct.
Yeah.
That comes out like in next month.
Yeah.
Oh, and they also set up the whole Namor.
So you haven't seen Detective Pikachu yet, have you?
I did not see Detective Pikachu, but from what I'm hearing, it's not that very Pokemonish. It's very like, where's my dad?
Yeah, all the Pokemon are in it, but it's not like battle.
Yeah, that's
And
kind of disappointing to hear.
It's funny because we left the theater and my kid was just like, you know something, Dad? I'm like, what? He's like, Detective Pikachu is basically just like Avengers Infinity War.
How
I was
so?
like, how so? Well, I can't tell you because I don't want to
Jinx.
give you spoilers. But let me just say, he was dead on.
He was dead on.
Yeah, like there's some...
I kind of don't give a shit about spoilers on this one, but
Really?
I mean, there's no fighting in this damn movie, Pokemon,
They show one...
except the one that's in the trailer with
They show one or two scenes where there's Pokemon in a cage. There's one scene where it's like underground battling because part of the spoiler alerts, part of it is this dude built this city. What's the city called? Rhyme City. Built this city where Pokemon and humans exist and battling is outlawed. So battling is like an underground thing, like a Fight Club type thing. But they only have one thing where they show, Pikachu go against Charizard. But basically, what this is the guy who built this city. Basically, he gets sick. Okay, if I give some spoilers?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay. He gets sick, so he's looking for ways to prolong his own health. And he realizes that what he can do is put his mind into the body of a Pokemon. And that way he becomes, like, physically healthy and everything else. But then he decides that everybody's going to do that. So he merges people with Pokemon, which makes half the population disappear because you got your whole city's population is.
Oh, so he freaking snapped it. Oh, snap.
That was it.
See what I'm saying?
And that was it. So then the final scene is
bringing it all back.
Trying to get everybody back.
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah, they managed to do in one film what it took fucking 18.
Yeah, no kidding. In a Pokemon level. All right.
Yeah. Go Ryan Reynolds.
I want to go check it out still.
Yay, Deadpool.
And I still want to check out John Wick.
Dude, I'm looking forward to that.
Sanchez is not a fan of John Wick, but...
Really? I can see why. I can see why. A lot of people are like, dude, all it really is this one guy that just goes around being the shit. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
And I can totally relate to that. If these people would just stop fucking with this guy, don't kill his dog, don't steal his car, and you're fine. So.
Yeah, but I'm slacking on my movie watching, which sucks.
You used to go every Friday, right?
They changed it on me, man.
Why?
Because they used to start the movies at 9 in the morning.
Yeah, so you can get in and out.
Yeah, now they start them at 12, and I just can't go catch movies. So now I got to catch on the weekend.
Like the regular people.
Like a regular person. Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, so I don't think it's been a while. Did I tell you about my new, my latest health scare?
What? Well, besides the fact that I realized we're the same height. But
we're the same height?
We're the same height. I think you're shrinking.
We're not the same height.
We're the same height.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
I saw the side-by-side picture of us at Megacon. I was like, yo, Mike's the same height as me.
I was stupid, so you
No,
didn't feel
you are
left out.
shrinking.
Dude, we can go back to back as soon as this episode's over.
I don't want to touch your butt. Look.
Okay.
You are the same height as me.
That is 100% incorrect.
Nope.
Yep.
I got photo proof.
By angles and everything
Nah,
else?
man.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
You're shrinking.
Dude, it's whatever you got to tell yourself. I will say this. After carrying 2 kids around on my shoulders all weekend, I wouldn't be surprised if my spine was about an inch and a half lower.
You lost L5 in your back. Yeah.
There's
I'm
some
telling you, man.
compression.
I was looking at the photo. I was like, yo, Mike's the same height as me.
It's not.
You can't make short jokes anymore.
I can.
No, you cannot.
You know how I know I'm taller than you?
How?
Because when we go to Perkins, they offer you a height share and not me.
That's not true. That's not true. And you know it.
One time.
One time.
I
did it for a cookie. That's not the point.
When we go to Perkins, they give you a kids menu. I get to order from the big boy section.
Don't put that into the world. That's not true. Because then people are gonna think that. Mm-hmm. And I don't need.
When we go ride roller coasters, like you go ahead, they stop you and go, "Let's just make."
No, that's
sure.
not true. I get in every roller coaster. I've never been denied. I've never been denied of a roller coaster.
Yeah, sure. As long as it's in the kids section of Universal.
No, that's not.
Welcome to Woody's Landing.
No. Son of a bitch. That is not true.
Dude, stop it. You got a good life. You still get to go in the ball pits at Chick-fil-A.
Find that shit funny. The fact that I don't bump my head in the tubes, but that's not the point.
Kind of is.
Look, anyway.
How many times at MegaCon did people see you from behind go, "Are you lost, little boy?"
No, they were like, "Hey, you and Mike are the same height." That's what they were telling me. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Just
they're
strangers.
Like, they're
coming
strangers.
up going,
They're like, "Hey, Geeks of Comedy crew, that guy's the same height as you." And I was like, "Yeah, thanks."
I gotta see this picture.
Yeah, I got. Where the hell's my phone? I'll show you.
I put it on the high shelf so you can't get to.
I could reach just fine.
That's why I got this grabber.
No, that's not true. People, you will see it on YouTube that I can reach my top shelf. All right, no, don't. Well, what
Yeah.
the hell are you talking about?
Oh.
Yeah, what's going on with you, man? Now, you're not working out, that's for sure. What's going on with you?
No, yeah.
You slacking on me.
I've gained 6 pounds back.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Why?
It sucks.
Why?
It sucks.
Well, yeah, sucks.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the plan?
I don't have one anymore.
Don't give me that dumbass excuse.
Yeah, no, man. I got sick for like that month.
Oh, yeah, you got sick
That
and then you
knocked me
never
out.
came back at me.
I never came back. No. But that has nothing to do with this latest thing.
I'm pretty sure it does, but go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it could. So one day I was just sitting at my computer working on some stuff. And you know how every now and then you get like, you've had vision problems all your life, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But sometimes you know how when you've been watching or staring at a screen too long, you might get like a little floaty thing or
Yeah.
something like that. So I'm like, oh man, I got to take a break, turn this off. And I went to stand up, and all of a sudden I noticed that just my whole vision had like, you know, in comic books when they put BAM and they got that box with all the zigzags around it.
Yeah. You got
It-
caption box on.
It was like that, no words inside, but just moving zigzag circle in my whole vision. And I'm like, so of course I went outside and just thought maybe I've been inside staring at the screen. I rubbed my eyes, and you know, usually stuff like that, you blink a couple of times and it gets better. After 5 minutes, it was still just all there, like a dead spot in my vision, and like this permeating wave of zigzags and stuff, to the point where I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I went out back on the porch and I sat down. I'm just taking some deep breaths, and now I'm freaking myself out a little bit. So it's not helping the rest of my body, because I'm like, this is what happens right before you die. I'm like, am I supposed to be smelling something burning or tasting copper? Isn't that the way you go? So I pulled out my phone and I just put it in what I was going through. I'm like, okay, let's see what this is.
Oh, you went online to see what your symptoms were and not go to a doctor? That's always smart.
No doctor or me was going to make it. I'm at the house by myself. I'm not getting in the car. I'm trying to decide if I need to call an ambulance, you know? And sure enough, there's something called visual or ocular migraines, which I've never heard of. And
Dude, there's something for everything. You don't know you don't know if you have
dude,
that.
as soon as I put it in, it popped up the exact picture of what I was seeing. I was like, that's it. That's exactly what I'm seeing right now. And they said they last anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes. And I was like, and I wasn't feeling like there was no headache or anything else. It was just my vision was fucked. And they're like, it can last 5 to 30 minutes. I'm like, God damn it. And I'm sitting there going, okay, well, guess I'll make a sandwich. So I went to make a sandwich while my eyes were all wonky and everything. And then like,
So you're losing vision, and then you go make a mayo sandwich.
it wasn't mayo, it was peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
A couple of Fritos on the side, nice glass of cran
Oh
grape
my
juice.
gosh, dude, you're gonna lose a foot. Anyways,
And yeah, within 2 minutes it was gone. But then I put on Facebook, I'm like, I really thought this was the one. And it surprised me because I'm old.
your next move is to go on Facebook and say, "Hey, I almost died, everyone."
Well, I put it out there because I wanted to know if anyone else had experienced anything
hey,
like that.
anyone that's over the age of 60, could you help me out
Look,
here?
I'm at that age where when I find something new, I just think I've heard of and seen everything. This seems like something that someone would have brought up to me at some time, and I'd never heard of
Hey,
it.
Mike, when you hit 60, your eyes are gonna go like ziggy zaggy zigzag.
You right? You see, this should have been a conversation at some point, and it wasn't. But it's amazing to me how many people just like hopped on. They're like, "Yeah, dude, I've been getting those since I was this or this." How does this not come up in conversation? So,
Because nobody talks about their health.
well, I'm just putting it out there, just so you know, it's a thing. Look it up.
So-
Don't freak out. Don't panic.
So are you gonna go to the doctor?
I've been to the doctor, man.
Oh, so you went.
I went to the doctor. Has it been since? Did we take those?
You didn't go to the doctor last time we talked.
Okay, yeah. I went to one day. I got all my work aside, and I went over to the Advent Health, which used to be Florida Hospital. However, Advent Health went in there, told them what I was going through, and I got this doctor who couldn't have been more than 23, 24, physician's assistant
Guy or girl?
girl. And
Oh, boy.
I tell him what's going on, or tell her what's going on. And she's like, okay, well, it could be this or this, but you don't have all the symptoms of this. But what we can do is we can give you a 3-day round of antibiotics, you know, and this isn't for the eye stuff. This is for the other stuff that's been going on. And I'm like, okay, but it doesn't sound like that. Why? Whatever. And she's like, and go through this 3 days. And if that doesn't cure everything up, then we'll send you over to this. I'm like, look, I just want to go somewhere and you guys take pictures of the inside of me and just make sure there's no aliens in there. That's basically where I'm at.
So officially, you don't know what the hell's still going on with you.
Still don't.
You haven't got any blood work done.
None.
Dude, you got to get blood work done.
I know, but it's been tough because
Because of what?
my schedule. Like, I didn't want to go in and then be like, okay, go throw on this gown that shows your ass crack. And by the way, you can't work for the next 4 days. I had to get through Megacon. I had to get through this week. So as long as I don't die, I can get back in on like Monday.
You're going to go to the doctor Monday.
Well, Monday's Memorial Day. So Monday or Tuesday. Yeah.
So when we have this podcast next week.
I might not be on this podcast. 'Cause,
I might have to find a
we might
replacement.
be. No, you can bring this stuff. We'll do it from the hospital room.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do a podcast with you in your what is it, gown, your ass out, all out.
I'll give you my Jello.
I don't want your Jello, bro. You can't even have Jello.
Why not?
Because man, you're gonna lose a foot. You keep eating the way you eat.
So supportive.
I am supportive.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to get on top of you.
Have you?
Damn it. I'm gonna leave it alone.
See, can we just admit maybe you're a shitty personal trainer? I'm a shitty comedy
No,
coach.
no, that's not true. I'm a great personal trainer.
We both saw limited results and then we backslid.
No, there was good results.
You
when
were
were
funny
working
for
out.
a while. I don't know what happened.
You were losing weight.
I was.
And then
I
you
was.
jumped. You got a flu.
Yeah.
And you
It took me
jumped
out of
off.
it. Yeah. Yep. Lost my motivation. Lost my spark.
Well,
Hit some
once you get
depression.
checked out from the doctor, I said we jump back on.
Okay. That's fair. No, I do. You think I want to be like potato shaped? No.
Potato Mike.
You know, hang around with like you and Sanchez, you epitomes of physical fitness and virility.
Well, Sanchez, you know, he's a
He's
man.
lucky he can draw.
I mean,
No,
I'm
it
not
was
saying
good. It was good seeing him.
he's a trip.
Yeah.
I had him staying out till midnight. I thought he was gonna die.
Oh my God.
He was just like, okay, I can't.
He's like a gremlin. You can't keep him out of his house past a
his
certain
feet
time.
exploded walking the convention, and
Mm-hmm.
everything was hurting in him.
That's probably the most time he's been out of his house in a while.
He's been in bed since. He's been in bed since, so he hasn't gotten out of the bed. So
Crazy.
yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not. He's probably walking around.
Yeah, he's probably fine.
But yeah, but whatever. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up. This is episode 64 of the obligatory podcast with Kermit and Myke. I will say it's the Nerd edition, Game of Thrones edition.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. As always, you can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Podbean, iTunes, and Spotify. And that's the main ones. And check out Mike's main webpage, MikeHurleyHeat.com for tour dates. Or you can find it on Facebook if he's posting it.
Yeah.
Probably not. And
we got a new video coming out this week.
that's right. We got a new video coming out. It will be posted on Instagram and YouTube. We got actually a bunch of new stuff out on YouTube, so check us out. You can find me as Stand Up Kermit or Kermit Gonzalez on YouTube, and you can look at all of our stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And with that said,
Go out and do something this week.
who, me?
Anybody.
Yeah, go out and be someone. And yeah, that's it.
All right.
All right, guys. I'm Kermit. That's Mike. See you guys later. Thanks for listening. See ya.